Hey guys, it's Jay. So I'm here to talk about KCON 2017, and I'm kind of just going a bit of a rant because there's some shit I'm not really feeling for KCON this year. Okay, so basically, KCON since 2012 has mainly been in LA, or been in California, should I say. And it wasn't until 2015 was when KCON came to the East Coast. So, when you come thinking about it, people from like the East Coast or even from like the Midwest or the South, we gotta fucking fly over to fucking California. You know how much that expensive that is? Like, you gotta think about flights, you gotta think about hotels, and just thinking just that alone is just expensive because California, or just, California is just, it's expensive. Like, from what I'm told, it's not like really expensive, but it's more expensive than what I'm used to. So, you gotta spend like hundreds of dollars on flights. You gotta spend hella bread on hotels. And then for the first few years at KCON, they weren't even in LA. They was like in Anaheim. So you had to get your ass to Anaheim. And if you're not from California, you probably had to rent a car because I don't know how far Anaheim and LA is. I'm not familiar with California. Like, my brother lived in California, but he will know more than I would. But from my understanding, I don't think LA and Anaheim are that close. So you probably had to find your way out to Anaheim for the first couple years at KCON. But then, I think the past couple years, I think maybe 2013 or no, 2014. I think 2014 and 15. And last year, that's when they moved to LA. If I'm not mistaken, because I know a friend, she had went to KCON the first few years. I think recent years they've moved to LA, so it's kind of more easier to get to. So, I think 2014 was they had it at this convention center. I can't remember the name of it, but so they had the concert in the convention center at the same place. Whereas last year in 2015 was at the Staples Center. So, being the fact that, so it's more convenient for people to get to KCON the past couple years. But like I said, out here in Jersey, it's in Newark, so it's at the Prudential Center. So basically most of like the big K-pop shows are at the Prudential Center. So like EXO and BTS and Big Bang and 21 and 2PM, and those like the big groups that I can think of that's performed on the East Coast at the Prudential Center. Like, yes, there's places in New York, but the places in New York are too small. I mean, the only places I can think of that people have performed at is like the Garden, or yeah, I could think of like the Garden, and that was like SM Town, but that's like the only K-pop act I can think of that performed at the Garden. But obviously, you need way more people to fill up the Garden. You know what I'm saying? I think like the Garden's like 50 some thousand seats or some shit. I know it's a lot of seats. I haven't been to the Garden in years, but so most I guess for whatever reason they decided to just have them in North, which is convenient for me because I literally live like 20 minutes away. I'm literally like a bus ride, 20-minute bus ride from the Prudential Center. And back when I was living in my old town, my old city, it was like a train ride, and it was like what, 40 minutes. So I didn't live far for to go to KCON in Newark. But yeah, and so all right, so that's that, and then let's talk about this lineup. So this year, KCON New York is first. So it is the end of June, and it's 2 days. And I think KCON LA is the end of July, and it's 3 days. Now, before 2015, KCON was like a week between each other. Like, literally, KCON was like the end of July. Like, KCON LA was first, so that's like the end of July. Like, days later was KCON in New York, in Newark. I'm like, seriously. So now they split it up, so it's not literally like on top of each other. So so yeah, the lineup for this year is whatchamacallit, it's, let's see what they have so far. SF9, G Friend, Twice, CN Blue, and Highlight. Now, the only group I would only go see is Highlight. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the other groups. Like, I don't follow SF9 at all. The only one I know is Taeyong and Rowoon because he's on Lipstick Prince. But other than that, I don't follow SF9. I know a couple of G Friend and Twice songs, but that's it. And I like a couple members from both groups, but that's it. I mean, I'm more familiar with CN Blue, but I don't even listen. I'm more familiar with the members than their music, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's just so, like, honestly, for me, I would only want to go see Highlight because I've been a fan of Beast for years. Well, Highlight, you know what I mean. And then the sucky part about it is that they can't even do their old shit because the whole thing with Cube. So they can't perform none of their old shit, which is like annoying. So they can only perform their stuff as Highlight, which is like, seriously. But yeah, so last year's lineup. So the one out in Newark. So it was 2 days. So the first day was Ailey, B2B, Crush, and Dynamic Duo. So they were together in 17. And the next day was on a Saturday. It was, no, it was a Friday. Friday or Saturday. Something, I can't remember. But it was, the next day was BTS, Day 6, Eric Nam, and Mamamoo. So it was mostly guys there in the one out here in Newark. The only females we had was Mamamoo and Ailey. I only went to the one with BTS. But I know a lot of people were I think people were kind of pissed off because 17 didn't go to the one in LA. But it has happened where people have done both. Because I know AOA has done both LA and New York back in 2015. And, so I know groups have, and I know BTS did both shows last year. Both LA and New York last year. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I only went to the BTS one. I didn't go to the Friday show. But I know a lot of people went to KCON out here in New York because of BTS 17 and maybe like Day 6. Now, LA, it was 3 days, but the concert was 2 days. So there was Block B, Dean, Amber. It was actually supposed to be CN Blue, but because of that scandal that they had last year, they had to pull out, and they asked Amber to come last minute. There was G Friend, IOI, Shiny, and Turbo, and then the next day was Astro, BTS, Davichi, Eric Nam, TTS, Monster X, and Twice. Now, the thing that bugged me was that there was some people that were kind of bitching about the lineup in LA. And I'm like, how, Sway? Like, literally, Dean, G Friend, IOI, Monster X, and Twice, Astro, and BTS, those groups in particular, those groups were popping in 2016. Not saying that, the groups that came to the one in New York wasn't shit, but I mean, bitch, y'all got Dean. Y'all got Shiny, bruh. Y'all got TTS, and y'all got Twice, and IOI. I don't understand why some people were, like, mad. I'm like, y'all had a bomb-ass lineup. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And so, and it's like 2015, it was only 2 days in LA and 1 day in Newark. So, in 2015, it was GOT7, Monster X, Roy Kim, Sistar, Super Junior, AOA, Block B, Red Velvet, Shenhua, and Zion T and Crush. Whereas in Newark, we only had 4 people. So we only had Gigi, Vix, Teen Top, and AOA. Now, I think, let's keep it real. The only reason why people came to the one in Newark was because of Girls' Generation. Now, y'all know I love me some Vix and I love me some T-Top. I don't follow AOA like that. But let's keep it all the way G. The only fucking reason they went to the one in Newark 2015 was because of Girls' Generation. Because it's not like, out of all these other acts, the other acts, they come to the States more often than Girls' Generation. I mean, obviously besides Super Junior, but I mean, when's the next time we'll ever, we'll get a Girls' Generation concert in the States? Like, the last time they done, like, a concert was SM Town. That was 2011. So, You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, child, I'm like, look, this is probably my first and only time I'll ever get to see Girls' Generation. So I'm just gonna take it, and I'm good. So like I said, so basically just the lineup this year, I'm not feeling so far. So I'm hoping the rest of the acts that they announced are better. So let's get to the tickets. So now we have the tickets for this year. So this is P1 and P5. So P5, you're paying $50 for one ticket, and you're paying $80 for both days. So you're basically paying for the nosebleeds. You don't get a high touch. You get a chance, quote unquote chance, for an audience pass. But let's keep it 100. 9 times out of 10, P4 and P5, they don't get shit. So, you don't get a red carpet. You get a goodie bag, but 9 times out of 10, ain't shit gonna be in there. And there's like no early entry for the concert. But here's the thing that's pissing me off. You gotta pay $20 to get into the convention this year. Bruh, it was free the first 2 years. Now I gotta pay. Now I understand people in LA were pissed off because they had to pay last year because the convention and the concert was in two different places. Well, I mean that's their fucking fault, the fact they want to move to the Staples Center. But I'm just like, it was free the first 2 years. Now I gotta pay $20. So before you had an option because there was people that would just only want to go to the concert, or there was people that only want to go to the convention, or you can do both. But now it's either you go to the convention or you don't. I'm like, seriously? Okay. So P4, so it's like $100, and for both days it's $160. So that's like lower level. So I'd say that's like maybe I think I had a P4 like 2000. Yeah, P4. So I say like one, like I was like 104, like in 100. So like I think it was like 104 I had last year. I know I was in 100. So like over there, like in 100 section, like maybe like 100 to like 112, like over there. So again, you don't get a high touch. You get a chance at a audience pass. You don't get the red carpet, and you get a goodie bag, and you don't get a like early entry for the concert. P3 is 150. So for 2 days it's 240. So lower level. So that's, I'd say, like sections like 20, section 3, section like 17, like the section from the floor. So it's kind of getting split between P3 and P2, because P2 is GA and reserve. So like, yeah, so half of those sections are split between P2 and P3. So P3 is basically the same thing. You know, you don't get a high touch, you get a chance at an audience pass, you don't get a red carpet, you get a goodie bag, and you don't get early entry into the concert. Now P2 and P1, so P2 is 200, both days is 320. So the seats is like GA and reserved. So basically GA, you'll probably be on the floor towards the back for P2, or you can have like the first half of the lower level section. So say you're in section 20, right? So like you're in the first half of the section if you're in P2. So with P2 you get opportunities for more things. So you get a chance at a high touch, you get a guaranteed audience pass, and you get a chance at another. So basically you automatically get one for audience, and you get a chance at another one. You get a chance for the red carpet. You get a limited edition gift bag, and you get a dedicated line. So I think it's kind of like early entry into the concert. And then of course P1 is $250 for both days. It's $480. So the same thing with P1. Same thing with P2. But with P1 you're going to be closer to the front, and so you automatically get guaranteed a high touch. You get 2 guarantees at a audience pass, and you get 1 chance for audience pass. And you guaranteed the red carpet. You get a gift bag, and you can get basically I guess this dedicated line thing is where you can get into the concert early. So last year I had a P4 ticket, but the girl that I went with last year, she had a red carpet ticket. So I went to the red carpet last year. Ain't doing that shit again though. Hell no, ain't doing that shit. I didn't like the red carpet at all. So I would not do the red carpet again. It was just too much for me. So I wouldn't do the red carpet, but I of course I didn't get a chance for any like audience passes or anything like that, because usually they say you get a chance, but 9 times out of 10, I don't think anyone in P4 or definitely P5 they don't get anything. So that is for P1 and P5. Now here we go for this shit. So this year, now before they had platinum tickets. Now this year they have diamond tickets. So this year for the platinum is $800 just like last year. So for tickets for the platinum tickets, you just get general admission. You get 2 guaranteed high touches. You get all access audience pass. So I guess you get access to all the audience thingies, and you automatically get to go to the red carpet for both days. The convention is included in your ticket, so you don't have to pay for the convention, and a dedicated fast line. So like I said before, you get to I guess you can go into the concert early. And also it says special benefits, so you get a backstage tour of KCON. You have Club KCON. So Club KCON is basically, now I don't know about in LA, but at the one in Newark, Club KCON is just, they have someone from that's supposed to perform come and do a couple songs. So like so basically where they're having in Newark, where they have the fan meet, like the high touches and stuff, that's where Club KCON is going to be the night before. So Club KCON, you got to pay like $25 to get into, which I was like, yeah, I ain't doing all that. So you pay $25 and you get to just go in there. It's kind of like I said, it's kind of like a club-ish thing. You just go in there and you get to, dance and socialize and all this other shit for a couple hours, and they'll have someone that's supposed to perform one of them days of KCON, and they'll perform a couple songs. Then the convention entry, you get to go into the convention an hour early. So usually at KCON, the convention starts like 9 o'clock. So I'm guessing you can get in there earlier. And now this is something new. It's called the How You Lounge. I think that's new. Maybe. I don't know where the hell it's going to be at. And then something about merchandise, deluxe pack. So I guess you'll get like some extra stuff since you have the platinum tickets. Now here is the shit that I'm like, what the fuck? The diamond tickets. Now this is new. So $1,500. You get GA. You get all access to all the high touches. All access to all the audience events. You get to go to both red carpets. The ticket for the convention is included, and you get to basically go into the concert early. And so with the diamond passes, you get backstage meet and greet. So you're going to be able to meet, I don't think everyone is supposed to perform at KCON, maybe like a couple people. You get to go to the sound check. You get to go to Club KCON. You have a fast pass for the program, so I guess you can, like a fast pass, I guess you can go in early for the high touch and, the red carpet and the audience, stuff. So I guess they have a concierge service. I guess if you're paying $1,500 the How You Lounge thing, and you get to go to the green, you get access to the panel green room. So like at KCON, they have like a green room for all the panels that go on at KCON, which I suggest if you haven't been to KCON and you haven't been to the panels, I would definitely suggest going, because I like going to the panels. I've been to like quite a few. I've been to like a bunch of those the past 2 years I've been at KCON, But yeah, so you get access to the green room, so I guess you can see or gets to meet all the people that's doing panels and stuff. And then you have a luxury package. So I'm guessing that's where you get to do. You probably get a bunch of extra shit. But I'm like $1,500 though. $1,500. Like seriously, that's bitch for $1,500. I might as well find my ass to fucking Korea. Like let's be real, because from what I've heard, the tickets in Korea ain't that fucking expensive. From what I mean, because who was it? Because I follow Kenny, and when he was in Korea, he went to the Melon Awards, he went to the BTS Third Muster, he went to a K hip hop show, and I think he went to some other award show in the same week. So 4 events in a week. So obviously that shit wasn't that fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? The fact you can go to 4 events, especially like you went to the Melon Awards. This is the award show. So that shit, usually you think award shows are expensive. So obviously, and then he had floor seats too. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. But I'm just saying for $1,500, I mean, that's cool. You get all this shit. But honestly, for $1,500, that lineup needs to be popping. I'm saying for $1,500, bitch, it needs to be a fucking SM Town, JYP Nation, or a fucking YG Family concert for $1,500. Like, dead ass. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know most people who has $1,500 to blow on KCON, let alone $800. Cause shit, cause I barely was able to get a ticket last year. But it's just crazy to me that like $1,500, like, yo, you might just fly your ass to Korea for that much money. Like, that's, to me, that's just really fucking ridiculous. And I can only imagine how much these tickets is going to be in LA, because it's 3 days. So these tickets here probably not going to be the same price, because I think it's a little different in LA, so it might be a little more. And then at the same time, you have to take into consideration tax and fees. So you gotta pay tax on this shit. And you know they have those fucking online processing fees, the facility fee, and then you have to like pay to get the ticket sent to you. Like they, you know what I'm saying? So this, you're basically paying more money because, you know, fees and shit. So I'm just like, I'm not sure if I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to go. If I do go, I'll probably go to the convention. But from what I'm seeing right now, I don't really think I have any want to go to KCON this year. Like, at least the one in New York. I mean, obviously, I know for damn sure I'm not going to LA, because unless I run up on a sugar daddy or I hit the lottery, Jade ain't going to LA. So most likely, I'll probably just go to the convention and be done. Or unless the next set of people they pick for the concert is better than the first set of people. I don't know. But yeah, they wilding the fuck out with these fucking ticket prices. I'm like, $1,500? Bitch, that's someone's like, you $1,500, I can buy me a car for $1,500. I can buy me a little bummed out hoopty for $1,500. That's somebody's rent. That's someone's that can be someone's vacation. I'm just like, that's just, I mean, I get it, you get a lot of shit, but $1,500 though, I don't know about all that. But anyhow, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and just talk about KCON. Like I said, I can only imagine what LA gonna look like, and I'm hoping LA is better. I'm hoping. But yeah, so if you plan on going to KCON, either it's LA or out here in Newark or both, or whatever, if you've been to KCON before, let me know in the comments, and you know, we'll talk from there and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.